Welcome to the Reimagined TU Sports Podcast. We're happy you decided to join us today. I'm joined by our new TU beat writer. This is Bryce McKinnis. And so Kelly Hines, our longtime TU beat writer, has been reassigned. She's helping us out in some other areas. And so Bryce will be taking over the TU beat as well as the ORU beat. And Bryce, you just finished your first week on the TU beat. How'd it go?
I thought it went pretty well. I got to catch the TU men on Sunday and then ORU's men on Thursday and Saturday of last week. And then I've got to see TU and ORU women at other times on live streams. Tonight I'm going to see ORU women play again. So it's been a lot. It was a very sudden transition for me. My goal is to do about 70% as well with it as Kelly did. But in reality, if I can do half as well as she did, I think that would be a success for us.
So the TU men are struggling a little bit. They've lost 7 straight, and I think they haven't won a game since like mid-December, if I saw that right. Again, you just got on the beat. You're still learning the team, the players, and all that. But from what you've seen, what's going on with them?
So, yeah, they haven't won a conference match at all yet. They're 0-7 in the American. They lost what was a pretty disappointing road match in New Orleans last night against Tulane. It kind of seems like there are a lot of guys on the floor who aren't meshing at the right times. Last game I saw in person was when they played Memphis on Sunday. Memphis made a 17-point comeback late, and Tulsa was turning the ball over a lot. They weren't hitting shots at the frequency they were in the first half. And when you're playing against a really athletic, physically dominant team like Memphis, you really can't afford to be giving them more possessions on the other end. So I saw them struggling a lot against the Tigers. I didn't get to catch the Tulane game in person last night, but I know from the box score it was another rough night for them. I think that Frank Haith is hoping that he can get his guys to kind of rally for this back stretch of the conference schedule and maybe be able to make more of a run in the conference tournament.
Yeah. Let's talk about ORU for a second. Your early impressions of seeing them play.
Well, this ORU team is obviously coming off of a Sweet 16 appearance last year. Super fast, super high pace. They shoot the ball a lot. I think right now they're 4th in the nation, hitting just under 13 threes a game. That has a lot to do with how much Max Asmus is able to create separation off of the dribble. And he is also top 4 in the country, I believe, in scoring right now. And he's led them the past 7 games in a row. So they have their star. I think they have a really good supporting cast. I think they have another opportunity to, make a really nice postseason run in the Summit League tournament and potentially further.
Yeah. So I don't want to get too into the weeds with this, Bryce, but can you sort of kind of give the listeners a sense of how you plan to balance TU and ORU?
Well, I really want to just, to the extent that I can, give them equal coverage. Both have stellar athletic programs, outside of basketball, top to bottom. Right now, TU's women are really playing very well. They're 3-2 in their conference, and they opened the game with, I believe, a 10-game win streak, which was their longest in program history. And then obviously I just mentioned ORU's men, they're near the top of the Summit League again. So those 2 teams in particular, I'm really interested in just giving a fair balance of coverage. And then, like I said, with all the other athletic programs, as you know, TU men soccer had a really outstanding fall and winter. They made a run in the national tournament. So there are a lot of really interesting things going on both of those campuses, and there are a lot of really interesting stories that can be told from those athletic programs.
For sure. Absolutely. Look forward to seeing all of them. So tell us a little bit about you a little bit, just for are you new to, I know you're not from here, but are you new to town as well?
Yes. So I grew up in Tishomingo. I graduated from Tishomingo High School in 2017. I had moved to Edmond and went to the University of Central Oklahoma for 4 years, and I just graduated from there in May. So I moved to Tulsa about 3 months ago, and this is the first time I've ever lived in this area of the state in my life. So any food recommendations, any musicals or any theater I need to go see, any parks I need to visit, please let me know. I'm totally welcome to suggestions.
What kind of food do you like?
Oh, anything. I'm not picky. Probably above all others, Italian food is kind of my main gig.
There's some good Italian food in this town. I'm a fan of Mondo's myself in Brookside. You've been there?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They're about to move into a new building. Actually, I think if I'm remembering a story we just wrote a couple days ago, I think they might be closed for a day this weekend while they're moving in. I don't know. I'm old. I forget stuff right after I read it. But yeah, if you're into Italian, that might be one that I would check out. So
Yeah.
how do you like Tulsa so far? What do you? I've kind of been in Tulsa most of my whole life, so I kind of have a certain perspective. But someone like yourself, new here, what do you think about it?
So, as somebody who just lived in or around Oklahoma City the last 4 years, I know there are a lot of very contentious arguments about Oklahoma City versus Tulsa. I'm not going to offer any preference to one or the other, but I am really, really enjoying living in Tulsa so far. I think it's a great place to grow. I think it's a great place to work. So I'm really, really excited for the future in this town.
And you're living right now. I am in COVID quarantine in my office at my house near La Fortune Park. You are in the Tulsa World newsroom downtown. You also live downtown, right?
Yeah, I'm only about 4 or 5 blocks from the office, so that's really convenient. And like covering the TU and ORU beats, it's really convenient for me to get anywhere on TU's campus, and ORU is not a terrible drive either. So that's made the move and the transition a lot easier.
For sure. All right. Well, we'll cut it a little short this week. I just want to kind of say hello and kind of introduce you to our to the readers out there. We'll be getting more in depth and stuff in the coming weeks as you become more comfortable and you kind of build relationships within TU and ORU. So we hope that you'll listen to this podcast and download it you can get it on Google, Apple, and Spotify. So check it out there. And so Bryce, why don't you tell everybody your Twitter handle and how they can email you if they got some ideas or some thoughts they want to share with you.
Sure. My Twitter handle is @McKinnisBryce, spelled McKinnisBryce. You can contact me with any story ideas, any feature ideas, or just anything you think that I should know at bryce.mckinnis@tulsaworld.com.
All right, Bryce, thank you. We'll talk again. What is this, Thursday? So what do you think? Thursday a good day for this? You want to do it another day?
Yeah, Thursday's great with me.
All right, we'll be doing Thursdays going forward. We'll get that posted where you guys can check it out. Thanks for tuning in. And Bryce, we'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks, Patrick. Talk to you soon.